See, I have not come across a more unprepared politician than Sri Rahul Gandhi, because this gentleman lands in a new state every other day and he starts asking questions like आज का script क्या है, आज क्या बोलना है, आज का agenda क्या है. इतना unprepared नहीं होना चाहिए, especially if you're a serious politician. And the most entitled gentleman in the country talks about Durala Palana and all that. That's probably one of the biggest jokes that I've heard. But for the surname Gandhi, who really knows Rahul ji? What are his qualifications other than the fact that he's the great grandson of Jawaharlal Nehru and a grandson of, Indira Gandhi ji? My point is, this gentleman who lost his election in Amethi today comes and preaches to the people of Telangana about dictatorship and Durala Palana and all. Let me remind him, it was his own grandmother, Indira ji, that gave us the one and only emergency of this country. So there is no bigger dictator in India's history, independent India's history, than Srimati Indira Gandhi. So please don't try and teach us lessons, or please don't try and teach us virtues of democracy, especially that too coming from Congress. It will look like devil preaching the sermon. So my humble request to Rahul Gandhi, please come prepared. The second point I would like to make on OBC census that he talks about, we have actually resolved in the state legislature about 6 to 9 months ago, demanding that the union government take up caste census. So Mr. Gandhi should be prepared. Mr. Gandhi should be aware that we've already done it, and we will be happily obliging to the directions of other governments across the country, and especially the union government, because ultimately it's the decision of the union government. More importantly, Mr. Gandhi should know that his party, despite their best efforts, has never crossed the magic number of 60 in Telangana in the last 40 years. So whatever he's thinking of today, that Congress ka tsunami aa raha hai ya jo bhi aa raha hai, he's obviously daydreaming. He needs to know better.
So, and the second question is about the issue of TMC MP, Mohama Maitra. So the allegation or the affidavit filed by a businessman is that she has given her login to him to allow him to post questions on her behalf.
भाई एक बात बताता हूँ, एक बात पूछता हूँ, आज लोकतंत्र में होना क्या चाहिए? सही सवाल पूछे जाने चाहिए और सही जवाब भी गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से मिलना चाहिए. The opposition will certainly ask. The government should come clean and answer the questions. The point is not about where the question came from. The point is whether the question was right, whether the question was the probity or whatever was being sought in terms of information is accurate or not. Now, if the government wants to go on a witch hunt and stifle the voices of those MPs who are fighting them, it's their prerogative. But I will stand by the MP because I think she's leading a valiant battle against this government, a dictatorial government, and I think she's right, in asking all the right questions. So by stifling her voice, by threatening, people like her, that अगर आप सवाल पूछोगे तो हम आपके पीछे पड़ जाएंगे, गलत है. मैं तो बस यही पूछना चाहता हूँ गवर्नमेंट से भी, स्पेशली नरेंद्र मोदी जी से, आप डरते क्यों हो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लगाने से? प्रेस से मिलने से डरते हो, पार्लियामेंट में जवाब से डरते हो, आप जेपीसी से डरते हो अदानी के मुद्दे पे. इतना डर क्यों है? अगर सभी जैसा आप कहते हो, अब बहुत क्लीन हो, नॉन करप्ट हो, ना खाओगे ना खाने दोगे, ये सब अगर सही है तो डरते क्यों आप? जबकि श्रीलंका के अध्यक्ष ने खुद कहा है बाहर आके कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने उनको प्रेशर उन पे डाला कि अदानी जी को आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दीजिए नॉमिनेशन बेसिस पे 6,000 करोड़ वाला. ये गलत है. आज तक आपने कभी बयान नहीं दिया इस बात पे. तो मैं मोदी जी से पूछना चाहता हूं, आप किस बात से डर रहे हो? क्यों क्वेश्चन से क्यों डरते हो? प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से क्यों डरते हो? ये पूछूंगा मैं.
Last question, sir. Revanth Reddy has been demanding that the KTR come and do, an oath at the Martyrs Memorial, and also, we've seen the election, outfits have seized, the enforcement agencies have seized more than 240 crores in Telangana state.
Well, two things. Firstly, I think irony has just died a million deaths when Mr. Revanth Reddy talks about corruption or money laundering, because this is the same gentleman about 6 years ago who was caught with a bag full of cash, 50 lakh plus rupees of cash, red-handed, in front of the whole world, trying to buy a vote for a note. Now, the same gentleman today wants to go to the Martyrs Memorial and and also wants KCR Garu to join the issue. Now, the funny part is, even Martyrs Memorial, where he wanted to do this hangama and tamasha, the martyrs are those who were killed by Congress, and this is not me saying it. This is Revanth Reddy who's on record. You can go back to YouTube and pull out Revanth Reddy's record. He called Sonia Gandhi a Bali Devata. You know what that means? What that means is she took the lives of hundreds of kids in Telangana, hundreds of students in Telangana. And today the same Revanth Reddy wants to go to Martyrs Memorial, and the same Revanth Reddy wants to talk about corruption. So that is why I say irony has just died a million deaths, and Congress party should know better than appointing an amalgamation of Charles Shobraj and Dawood Ibrahim in the form of Revanth Reddy as their Pradesh Congress Committee chief.
మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం ఛానల్ ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, లేటెస్ట్ అప్డేట్స్ కోసం వాట్సాప్ ఛానల్ ని ఫాలో చేయండి అండ్ లింక్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ లో ఉంది.